comes equipped for warfare. Beware.
You know what we need? We need more peace. Yeah, we need more peace. Peace, 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 peace.
Is it that War and Peace that? The H-Town voice?
Yeah, bro, that came on today. I thought about you, dog. Yo, that H-Town came on. All I could think of was Chris. What's up, baby? What's going on? Yo, this L. About to lay it down.
We live.
We
all the way live.
For the 9 tray, you know
For
what
the
I'm
9
saying?
tray.
Just lay it out like that, you know? But wait a minute, we ain't through. Kick the verse.
Yo, kick the verse. What do you say? Yo, hit him with the verse.
Knocking
Knocking the boots.
Yeah, act like you don't know nothing.
the boots. If it wasn't for knocking the boots, you wouldn't be here watching us live.
Represent.
Hey everybody, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of War and Peace 2-0.
Yes, yes.
It's me, your host, Doug B. We got Sai Kazama.
Yeah.
We also got Ill Since Birth.
Of course.
Appreciate you. And then also, hey, our fourth member, he had to take care of some business today. Fatal the Watchman, guys, holla at your boy! He's going to be out this week just taking care of some business. God willing, he should be back with us by next Saturday when we go live.
For sure.
That's our brother from another right there, so much love to him.
Indeed.
And then also I'm going to be out for another 2 episodes. Got my 10-year wedding anniversary coming
Yeah,
up.
congratulations.
Appreciate you guys. Thank
Stay
you.
faithful.
Yeah, me and my wife Jay, man, going on 10 years. We got married when we were 20, man. So, hold on a second. Got married when we was 20, and man, it's been a decade, man. A lot of people doubt us, man, but we still here. So, super much love to my wife, my queen, my best friend, partner in crime,
Respect.
all that. So, but we don't get into it tonight. So, we had past few episodes. We got deep on y'all, and we gonna keep it light today. So, we gonna talk about UFOs, Bigfoots. We gonna take and talk about conspiracy theories. I'm gonna kick it off with a story of mine. Back in 2004, I remember I got into with my folks. I went out on a park bench. It was like 8 o'clock at night on a school night, and I never forget. I'm sitting smoking a cigarette, laying on a bench, trying to calm down, and I never forget. I was looking up. And if y'all ever seen that movie Independence Day,
the first one?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, not the garbage remake. I don't know what that was.
you gotta make sure we respect what is. Yeah,
absolutely.
I see you, Will. For sure. Hey, damn you and that Latino. Not cool, bro. Not cool with the genie, but hey,
it just looks weird. I don't know.
I can't. Anybody else?
Yo, his acting should be able to get
his acting, yeah, but they could have got Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Spray any nigga blue at this point.
Yeah, the camera's still rolling.
Could have got anybody. Pick somebody like Seth Rollins.
Oh, he would be a great genie.
Yeah, he would be a clown, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You have a joint too. He coming out the thing. That would be the song.
But you know what I'm saying? Anybody else? But Will.
Dang, that'd be Seth Rogen's a genie. Anyway, but back to my UFO story. So, man, I was laying on a bench smoking a cigarette. I was like 14 at the time, and I'm looking at the sky, and I put this on my children's life, everything, bro. I never did drugs, never did anything crazy, man. I'm not.
You were smoking at 14, dog.
Cigarettes.
Come on, bro.
Cigarettes.
Think it is.
Come on, man.
Think it is. It's $3. Think it is.
300 yen.
At the time, yeah.
300
It was in
yen.
Japan, so it's
Okay.
300 yen. But pack, but
Marlboros.
I'm sitting there.
Marlboros, like hell.
So, man, I'm laying and I'm looking up at the sky, and I'm just seeing this huge craft. Now, usually you look in the sky, you see like an airplane, and it looks like this. It looks like a little ant that's just moving. And you see it, okay, that's an airplane. This was a giant. Like, I don't even know if it's even theoretically possible for man to create a flying object this big. And it had probably about
the jumbo jet, dog.
I want to say it had 15 to 20 lights, probably the size of a Walmart parking lot, man. This thing was humongous, and I just see this thing floating up there, and I ain't gonna lie, I took and I ran. I ran. I was so pumped up and amped up because I was about to get into it with someone, and I ran back outside, and I took pictures of it. But obviously it was a flash camera. It didn't come up with nothing when I exposed it, but.
Oh, it was that. Oh, it was the way back then.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the
My dog with the Kodak.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it was one of those things, man. It's just like, but I want to know, do you guys have any stories like with ghosts or paranormal or Bigfoots?
My stories are different. Like I thought, and sometimes still do, but I have because I as weird as it is, I've been seeing like just talking to myself. Like I could just do that.
Oh, I do it too.
Like it's weird. Like I could just have like a full on conversation, nobody in the room, like I'm just sitting here doing it.
Did your fiance ever catch you doing that?
Yeah,
I get caught by my kids all the time.
So when I get it, but when I was a kid, I thought I was like, I think I just told myself this over and over again that I was talking to like, I had invented this person or this being that I'm talking to as a kid. Mm-hmm. Now growing up, watching and I guess just kind of not really researching but just looking at little stuff and people would say like you talking to yourself, you create this being, which then made me think I might be schizophrenic because now I'm creating this being who could then be in my head. Y'all don't know. Yeah. So I'm building this thing. So I thought I was doing that. Yeah. I had experience where like I've had like just demons. Yeah. Like that. I had those. Yeah. Where I went to sleep and woke up and I had like scratches or just weird aches and pains or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I've been told that when I've gotten mad back in the day, when I would get mad, my rage looked like it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. It was some like I've had like I don't know, I can't say who it was, I can't remember the name, but I got into it with somebody and later on we got cool. Yeah. And when I talked to him, he told me, it was like, dog, when that happened, he felt like he had to do something wild, which he did. Mm-hmm. But he felt like he had to do something wild because at the moment, and I wasn't like on drugs or no shit at this moment. So like I went into a rage that looking into my eyes, he said it didn't seem like it was me. It seemed like something else was going on. Yeah. So I've always had that, like, as a kid, like, growing up, I've always been like that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, for me, that's probably the closest, is having, like, just demons. But as I've gotten older, I've had more experiences with just angels, more positive towards where I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Do you think it has to do with like Jesus come in your life and stuff like that?
I think so, yeah, because the whole Kazama thing. Well, okay, if you play video games, you play Tekken.
Oh yeah.
What up, Kazama? That was. Oh yeah. You know, and I got it from.
Jin. Oh yeah.
Got it because I felt like I was a good person, but I got this evil, dark side of myself. Yeah. Hence, side, Kazama, blah blah blah. Yeah. So,
I mean, that's like that movie Split. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That dude has like 24 different personalities. Yeah. And I think even us as people, it's kind of like we put on different personalities with different people. Yeah. Whether we're with our boys, we're with our coworkers, we're with this person or that person. Yeah. You're gonna be like, what up, homie? Or it might be your boss. Hey, how you doing, miss? It's different. It's different, definitely different levels. And I think we ourselves have different maybe personalities within ourselves that we don't even know about. What's to say that there's not multiple, like you said, just multiple things going on in our head or multiple beings, a good and a bad side.
What if it's like something? What if it was something like in your genes? Like it was something that's like a link to something in the past, like a past life you or something, or like ancestor that like something that was in their brain is linked to you. So as generations go, you get a little piece.
I had
you know what I'm saying?
I want to add on what you're saying. So I always kind of knew this, but I did my ancestry DNA recently, and I found out that I'm 7% Taino, indigenous Taino Indian to Puerto Rico. Indigenous people, I don't like to say we're Indian, but Native American of Puerto Rico, and to find out, like, wow, like, my family was the original Puerto Ricans before the Spaniards came and all that stuff. Like, my family was the original, right? And I had this dream about, oh my gosh, like, I've always kind of been like a revolutionary mind kind of guy, And I had this dream, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was one of my ancestors. He had, dark. If you look at pictures of the Tainos, they were like dark brown skin, like your complexion. And he was looking at me. He had like red war paint, like right across his face, right? And he had like his hair like kind of like bowed back, but it was long, like really really long, and like broad shoulders. And he was looking at me with a lot of pain and concern in his eyes. And he says, "Keep fighting, keep our spirit alive, keep fighting. Don't ever give up." Yeah. And he's looking at me right in the eyes, just sitting looking like this. His face was shaking like this, like. And I woke up. I was just like. I've always kind of been that way because I did like I have kind of both sides of the family. There's a lot of like prejudiced people, and not only on the European side, but my Puerto Rican side as well.
How did you say that?
And it's crazy. Like I've never been that way, and I think that God allowed me to have the parents I had, and they're not perfect, but it's like and to have the background I had, and eventually being adopted by a Black Panamanian family when I was 17. Like I've seen and I've lived in England, in Japan, in Puerto Rico. I live all these different places and been very, very diverse. So I think God purposely chose that path for me to be there. But I don't know, like, I just want to.
Well, we can't.
Hold on a sec. So I just feel like, man, I had that dream for a reason, just to kind of like God allowed one of my ancestors like to reach out to me and like be like, yo, keep doing what you're doing.
What I was gonna say is we can't speak for what God does, but I think I've heard instances of people being told to do a certain thing through a dream. And one of my boys told me that he received his grandma had passed away, and then she contacted him in a dream. It was like a phone call, phone booth, and just a lot of things that stood out. But it was like a 7-Eleven, and then you know what I mean, like 7-Eleven. If you think about it, the number of times 7 comes up in Revelations, so it's kind of like
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, the number 7 comes up 11 times?
No, it doesn't come up 11 times in Revelation. I was saying it comes up multiple times in Revelation.
We starting fake news?
No, don't quote that I said that. But the whole thing, I was just thinking that maybe the Lord does contact us. Maybe it's a way of Him speaking to us and directing our path. Like to say that as far as reaching out through your ancestors to say, hey, don't.
Yeah, that's like what I'm saying.
Or my friend getting a phone call and saying his grandma letting him know, okay, I'm okay. I'm here. And the phone call was like she said it was good. It was beautiful. That just like I'm good. Nothing's
wrong.
Science
can't explain that neither.
You cannot explain, certain
Everybody
things.
I need an explanation for this. There's no God. And
just like reptilians. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories, the reptilians.
We gotta have Gems. Hey, shout out to Gemstones for Life. He used to do music with Lupe Fiasco's first 2 albums. Him and I were talking on the phone about a year and a half ago, and we were talking about reptilians. That's gonna be on the episode in the future, man. We
got to bring them through to talk.
Yeah, we gotta bring them. It'll probably be a phone interview.
We'll touch on the reptilian thing. That's something crazy though. What are you thinking?
It's crazy that you say that. How you?
I don't want to name blast
like that because I had a dream that it was like I don't remember if it was like a funeral or if it was a wedding. Yeah. But it didn't feel cool either way.
Well, remember the wedding that happened, the black wedding on not Lord of the Rings, but what's the show? It's with the Knights and the Kings.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. The black wedding.
Yeah.
Usually something epic happens at either one.
No, but it was weird because like I ran out of this room and I went outside, and outside it was just like a parking lot. It was just trees and whatever. So I go around the corner and I remember looking, and it was cars, and it was people getting out of these cars. For some reason I felt like
you saw a Cadillac with Slim Thug in it?
No. But I felt like I knew these people that were getting out. And everybody had like gowns. And like dressed up like hella nice. Like it was weird. Because I don't just know folks dressed this nice. Like it was like ball gowns and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, so I left. And then I went in this other room, and I just happened to turn around, and it was a bunch of these older black guys and like my fiance's dad was there too, but it was just a bunch of older guys, and they were all kind of looking at me like, "What are you doing?" And that's literally one guy just grabbed me and was like, "What are you doing?" And I had to this day I have no idea like what that dream was, but it affected like my emotions.
Yeah.
And like everything at that moment, because it was all people that I knew that had passed or whatever, or life, felt like was a part of me some kind of way, and they all together right now stopping me to say, "What are you doing?"
Sometimes it's so deep that when we get told to do something or go a certain way, or something that happens that makes you come into realization that you need to change, it's crazy how it can happen. It can happen from a death. It can happen from a dream. It can happen.
Yeah, because it's not always. It don't always happen from something good. Sometimes something crazy happens.
That'll change you right around 360. Make you change your life for the good.
I've always been interested in the unknown. I mean, like the unknown is just always, whether it's you hear like.
Well, I've always been that's why you're interested, because it's the unknown.
It's like whether it's like ghosts or Bigfoots or cryptozoology. That's the study of kind of like creatures that are not proven by science yet. I've been a fan of that since probably first or second grade. You know what I mean? And my dad used to tell me stories about him camping in the Florida wilderness, and they had this thing called a skunk ape. It's a Bigfoot, but the Floridians, they call it a skunk ape, and you could smell it, and it smells worse than a skunk. And then people, they hear and they feel like a 7-foot creature like walking around that campsite and then just taking off.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and you hear thousands of people with these stories, and it's
what about suicide forests in Japan?
Oh, I was talking about this week. All right, so those who don't know, there's a place. Suicide forest, but hey, let's talk about Suicide Cliff in Okinawa.
They have a Suicide Cliff in Okinawa?
So Suicide Cliff.
I heard about. Yeah.
So when you go there, it's a memorial for American and Okinawan.
Wait, are you talking about Devil's Cove?
Yeah, that's another nickname for it.
Yo!
But hold on, hold on.
Oh my God.
Let the people know. So this field, so it's basically you have a memorial for the Okinawan troops and you have a memorial for the American troops. And it's kind of a symbol of unity, how far that we came kind of as a people, like, hey, they was trying to kill each other 70 years ago, but things are different now. However, back in the day, they would tell the imperialist Japanese soldiers that the Americans are going to eat you, they're going to eat you and chop you up into pieces. So they would take their life and jump off of a cliff. They had 14,000 people commit suicide.
No, this is different.
And just a side note, I think the first entrance of World War II, once Hiroshima was bombed, or once Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, was in the Okinawa. So that's why this is like epic that he's talking about.
Yeah. So World War II is the bloodiest battle of World War II. It's absolutely crazy. Probably worse than the Battle of Normandy. So we lived for an island that's 75 miles long and 5 miles wide. It's super haunted, super paranormal. But yeah, it's the story is Suicide Cliff. Even people are still jumping off to this day because suppose you see like this beautiful Okinawan woman and you're following her, and then you end up falling off a cliff because you followed her. Wow. And they've had people like literally sleepwalk out there, and they follow this woman, and people they get stopped. Like, hey, what are you doing? Well, where's the woman go?
Wow,
it's crazy, man. So what was I saying about?
Place. This is a different place.
Okay.
The place that I was talking about. We used to hang out.
Suicide Forest was in. That's the mainland.
I'm talking about Devil's Cove, where we used to just hang over there.
What I want to know is what kind. You think like just because of the evilness in there would drive you to commit suicide, just being in a place like that?
Yeah. They say it's like a lot of emptiness. Emptiness and stuff.
Yeah. They say that like the whole aura of the area of just you being like.
You ever heard of geocaching?
Mm-mm. Oh wait, yeah.
Where people try and research stuff on GPS and find it.
Yeah.
Some dude I work with, he found a body geocaching, like just out the random forest, bro. He was just like, done. That's a wrap, bro. We ain't finding nothing else. Yeah. We ain't GPS and nothing else.
You know the highway 666? It goes from New Mexico to like Colorado. It's a really long highway. I've driven on that highway actually. That's right off. You take that, they'll take you to New Mexico Highlands University where I played football at. And
I lived out in New Mexico.
Yeah, man, it's that place. I remember you hear
a lot of evils out there. Area 54, right? Area 51.
Lord.
Yeah.
But how should I say this? Oh, you're thinking about Arizona Area 54.
No, Area 50. Yeah, I was thinking Area 50. But Area 51 is in Mexico and all that.
In New Mexico, they have this highway. It's Highway 666, and they changed it now. It's a different highway now. But just a lot of UFO sightings, a lot of craziness. But when you hear about people going to that forest out in Tokyo and committing suicide, they have this like an emptiness when you go there. You feel sadness, and I felt that on that highway. I remember just being on that highway for like 4 hours. Not that I was gonna take my life, but like I almost got in a car accident, lost my life. It was me and 3 other ladies. I had hitched a ride back to college.
That's crazy.
And little road trip we was doing, and dog, that was really scary. That was like for real scary, and you just feel like an emptiness and a sadness that no one's there with you, and you're alone. Like
remember in Japan they tell you to close your door because like spirit, or if you have your bed in front of your door, like spirits will walk in and possess you or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't there like something about
I remember
like,
something
how you
like that.
That's
I
like
had to go and look
traditional.
that up. I remember something like that. Yeah, because, man, Japan was something else, though, dog, because that just little junk, like stuff that wasn't even, like, I tell somebody about The Grudge. Yeah, like, you think you was scared watching The Grudge over here?
Yeah. Wait,
try watching Juwan.
yeah.
Out here and then go outside and see a girl with the long. Everybody got the long silky black
Asian
hair.
horror is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
Japanese people are the masters of horror, bro. They kill it.
Y'all see that movie, Kingdom, that came on Netflix?
Nah.
In my humble opinion, that's the greatest zombie movie of all time. That and Last Train to Busan is a Korean movie, but the Kingdom is basically there's different like samurai kingdoms and stuff like that. And then they ended up like chopping up a dead body and put it in the food and feeding it to the people. Yeah. And everybody turned into zombies.
Yeah. I remember that.
Right. Hey man, and stop giving me like, white and black actors over in, what is it, feudal Japan in the 1200. Like, nah, it was all Asian folks, man. I don't need them like, dubbing it with the English and shit. Like, just give me the subtitles. Traditional.
Hi, traditional. How are you today?
Yeah.
That
Tom
Cruise movie was the only time that got that pass.
Tom Cruise, he did Last Samurai.
Last Samurai.
I give him that. That's the only one. We rap.
That was hard. Yeah, that was hard to accept.
They can't just throw a white boy into everything.
Nah,
not just doing that.
Nah.
They did that.
When he was chopping homeboys up in the street.
What was the movie with Gerard Butler? He played like a Egyptian prince, and I'm like, dude, like.
What?
White dude.
Oh, that's like that movie.
You know what I'm talking
about? Kings and Gods or whatever.
Something
like that.
It doesn't matter. Don't watch it because it's garbage.
Why? For what?
Yeah.
What is the point of this?
Yeah, stick to the story, please.
Yeah, people actually look like those. Like when they did the Dragon Ball movie, remember?
Oh gosh, we're not. Carl, what the hell was that? All of them. Hey, what was that, bro? And the dude that did this stupid ass Hulk movie. The best part was the dogfight. Hey.
The first one.
Hell no, bro. Cut that out, man. That's disrespectful as hell. You gonna get Goku as the white boy from Australia.
I understand the eagerness of trying to get these movies out, but take your time, please.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We'll appreciate it. We will appreciate it.
Y'all didn't drove Ninja Turtles into the dirt.
That's 2 hours, 6 hours I'll never be able to get back from my life.
You know, the Ninja Turtle movie, it looked like a humanoid. Like
they look scary,
like
bro.
if a turtle and a human had a baby, it's a Ninja Turtle. And it did not look fun like in the 90s.
No, in the 90s I was like, I could hang out with Raphael.
Looked like a cool guy. The rat actually looked like a rat.
Not bad. Yeah, but now, shit, man.
Right, he had the black guy voice.
Yeah, big ass turtle scared to jump off the building. Jump goof ass out of here, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. So we started off talking about UFOs, man. I'm gonna bring it in real quick. What would y'all do if y'all saw an alien? And then my next question, what would y'all do if you saw a Bigfoot in the forest?
Well, my first thing would be, what kind of alien are we talking about? Are we talking about like Star Trek aliens, like old
like
school
the ones
Star
with the
Trek?
big head and the big eyes?
Or are we talking about
alien.
Independence Day alien?
Oh, not that kind. You know, like the ones like you see like
Sigourney Weaver, like
crazy alien. Or we talking about like they kind of look human? They're a little human, but it's an alien.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the ones with like the big eyes and they're like maybe like this tall.
So crazy. Because if you this big, it's one thing, but if you green and this big, I'm like, yo, cuz.
Might have that zapper too.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, chill out.
I think
Martian,
if I saw an alien, I would try to take a picture and like record it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm like a risk taker.
But you'd be like everyone
like,
else in America.
Yeah,
I got this footage.
I
And then
couldn't
they'd be
do
like,
it. I'd be thrown off. Like,
You didn't
wait
see
a
no
minute,
alien
am
dog.
I really?
But a lot of the footages aren't long. Like, I don't know if people end up taking off or sometimes they are. But like if I saw a Bigfoot, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably chase it.
I would too,
I
bro.
would.
I'd be like, I gotta see this.
And if I had a gun, I'd like shoot at its feet to make sure it's not a person in the costume. Like, hey, you fake? Hey, boom, boom.
That's messed up.
Hey, it was a joke, stop.
Harlem Nights them. Hit him with the Harlem Nights. And shut his pinky toe off.
Yeah. Nah, dude, like,
Man, put that little.
but if it was like,
No, man.
oh, dude, I would shoot it. I shoot it a bunch of times.
If I
What is
saw
that, Captain?
Hey, I'll be like Soldier Boy. I'd be like, I was like, blow, blow. That'd be the Doug Killer Bigfoot challenge.
Bigfoot,
Yo, you have everybody else.
Bigfoot, nah.
Do y'all believe in Bigfoot?
I don't. But if I saw
I'm a
Bigfoot, if Bigfoot was
I
real,
don't, bro.
I'd treat it like it was a gorilla. Get the hell up out of there.
Because look, if he's so damn big, why
What
is he
am I gonna
hiding?
do with?
All right, I got you.
What's he got to hide
I'm
for?
gonna break it down.
What's he got to hide
I'm
for?
gonna break it down. All right, so Bigfoot, check it out. You got these shows.
Oh wait, but we got the Yeti, and then we got the Bigfoot. Like so, we just talking Bigfoot, the big gorilla.
Just like in general, because there's different versions of it.
Yeah,
When I say
yeah.
versions, I mean like specimen.
See, that's how
So
much they lie. You don't
Gigantopithecus-
even know who to believe as far as what is what.
There are a lot of fakes out there.
Yeah,
Right.
I believe probably 75% of these videos are fake.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. Some dudes in the forest. What 7 foot tall dude is gonna be 8 foot tall dude is gonna be walking in the forest? I have
What
that question.
7-8 foot tall dude
Hold on,
is walking
hold on.
around and nobody noticed that his ass is over there?
Hold on. But so you have the Gigantopithecus.
I swear, all the tall niggas is in the NBA.
Right.
You know what I mean? They
LeBron.
not
It's
walking
just
around.
LeBron. It's LeBron. They didn't shave this week.
So we got
LeBron.
you know, you got the Gigantopithecus, right? And that was a real thing. They have skeleton and everything, right?
Yeah.
There's a in North America is the
giants
only
were real for sure.
North America is the only
Bigfoot
continent
is
without
out.
monkeys. You know what I mean? Like North America is the only continent that doesn't have unless you count like Puerto Rico has like. But like
So a lot of the
talking-
sightings are up there in North America. Is that what you're saying? Is that what
No,
you're getting to?
no.
Okay.
But then you got thousands a year of Native American stories as well too. Way before Hollywood ever came and video cameras were invented. You have those stories as well too. And then on top of that, you know, you have that footage from California, you know, in the 1970s. I forgot what the guy's name is. It's like the most famous footage where
We'll drop the link in the actual YouTube. So.
Absolutely. So I mean, there's a lot of great footage, and then so can all these people be lying? There's thousands and thousands and thousands. I believe majority of those people probably saw a bear. I'll say probably 80%. But I believe that there's a percentage of them. Are all those people lying? You know, and we gotta ask ourselves. Now they have footprint evidence. They found blood and hair, and they compared it in the database. Very similar to an ape, similar to a man, but neither nor, and you can't find it anywhere in the database. You know what I mean? So it's like you have people like they see this thing, and it's like. And it's elusive as well too. And then you have these camera crews, all these TV shows, 3 o'clock in the morning, bringing out all this heavy equipment. Yeah. You're gonna scare everything away. Even if you post up for 4 or 5 hours, nothing's gonna come by you. No. Not even a bear or a deer. No. You probably see
that's their territory. They already sensed that. They can
know
pick
it.
up your smell.
That's their house.
Like,
you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like a cockroach, bro. Like you may see it real quick, but if you got one in your house and you live in a 3,000 square foot home, you're probably not gonna be able to kill it because it's gonna see boom, dip out.
Yeah. This is how I put it, bro. If I ain't seen it yet, I can't believe it until I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
down.
ghosts. Like I haven't seen a ghost, so I can't. I don't believe in them. I haven't seen Bigfoot yet. I don't believe in them. But when I see that big 8-foot mug walking around, I'm be like, yo, bro, you need to go somewhere. You don't need to. You don't need to be out here like that.
If I had a moment, like say it was aliens, right? And I had like a moment of conversation where we could understand each other. Yeah, see, I'm not gonna get that.
Nah.
But
let's just go right over there.
it's nothing a little more.
What if one try to put their finger in your mouth? What would you do?
Punch him in the mouth.
But what if it didn't hurt him? And they caved in, and then like it grew 2
Then
miles.
this is just bad. Fighting Gumby. I'm just saying, if it was an alien, a little motel would fix all of
What
this.
if aliens infiltrated society and they're walking amongst us?
I said this on the episode. I said this on the episode. I said, if aliens came for real, we ain't gonna do a damn thing. Because we too busy being mad at each other because we don't look the same. So if aliens really do pull up,
They're already here.
We just out here in these streets.
It's a big galaxy too.
That goes back to the reptilian. I mean, who knows that they're not some kind of alien or
all kind of stuff out there, man.
I was talking with one of my friends. Like, we'll try him on the show one day, but he was telling me that he didn't want to say who it was, but he said he knows somebody who is one. I was like, oh, it's crazy, man. And he's a knowledgeable dude.
Tell somebody.
He's a knowledgeable dude. That's crazy.
I'll tell you, I don't want to say
but see, you don't want, and that's what I mean. That's why it's like people who probably truly believe or know, they're holding that for themselves.
I mean, yeah, pictures of Justin Bieber's eye blinking.
Yeah, blinking sideways.
Oprah, all these different people, and I'm like, it's like, that's.
I don't know, man.
But that could be camera tricks too, and it's like people lie so much. It's like
nobody.
This is pretty much showing me that there was trolling before trolling was trolling. Because folks, before trolling on Instagram and all that, you was just saying, well, I had nothing to do today. You just tell everybody I saw Bigfoot in the backyard. Or you just in the back hat talking to folks, talking about you saw the aliens come down and there's a flash of light.
Well, you want to know the first instance to go on viral?
What's that?
Martin Luther. So Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Martin Luther of Germany. Mm-hmm. The one that went against the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So what he did was he posted this thing to the church door saying all the stuff he didn't like within the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And what people used to do back in the day is they used to go up to the church door and you would read what was happening for the week. You know, oh, poor Billy is sick. Oh, we're going to be studying this in service. Oh, Newtown doctor. So he went against the Catholic Church, and at the time he would have been murdered for something like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because today they just kick you out.
And that's where you got the Reformation of the I think it was the Lutherans and then the Protestants. They broke because the Protestant means to protest, so they were protesting against the Catholic Church. But that went viral because he posted it to the door, going against what everyone believed in. You know what I mean? So there's
the grain. Oh, sorry.
You were digging in on people like you said, people that were
like,
trolling before trolling was trolling.
It was a thing now.
Yeah,
it was just word of mouth, and it was like in high school how when something happened, and by the time they get to the third person,
it's all
like a whole nother story going on.
So there could be truth to it because someone did see something that started an even greater. Bigfoot could be Littlefoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just Bigfoot now because it came so far.
How long ago did this happen? Because we can't just be saying we've seen Bigfoot since 1857. This damn thing's been alive for.
We'll post a link for when they've been posted.
You know what I'm saying? But like people been saying it since 18.
When the year was. We'll find the data when they.
He's just alive 170 years. What is? We ain't calling that. This is the most unbelievable hide and seek person of all time. He is hide and seek champion.
You can find King Tut's tomb, but you can't get Bigfoot.
You can't find Bigfoot. He is the hide and seek champion.
It's like they discovered a new species of dolphins like 10, 15 years ago in Australia. You know
they're still discovering.
They're finding new sharks, and these are not little creatures. Like, oh, we went to this island off of the coast of New Zealand and found this little new ant that's purple.
Well, where's Snake Island? Don't they have? There's still a lot of under the stuff up there.
They're finding new species of monkeys, dog. Like that's what I'm saying. The gorilla they didn't find to the early 1900s.
I'm more nervous than finding like a new species.
So can we believe all the way in the theories of science because they're not even sound enough from? You know,
the science community's already proven that they're biased.
Yeah.
I mean, they like if you look at the theory of like evolution, it's like Charles Darwin said himself, and make sure you post this. It's a quote. I'm gonna try to get it right. If my theory hasn't been proved in I think 100 or 150 years, disperse it as a farce. You know what I mean? And it's like it's still a theory, and people are like, oh yeah,
well, he said that. He said just disregard
and it's still
awesome.
He'll drop that in there, man. But it's like stuff like that, man. And if we came from monkeys, how come there's still monkeys? If evolution's real, how come you don't have wings and you don't got a tail? And
I know if I came from monkeys, I'm a Saiyan fan.
And here's the thing, Charles
Saiyan
Darwin.
blood, boy. Saying all day. Hey, let me find out. I'm dead. Hey, real quick, I don't even want to blow this off, but let me find out. that there is some monkey shit going on over here. My boy.
Oh, everybody looking for
I'm about to be strong as hell out here. all day.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna never wear a shirt. I'm gonna be like trying to get this tail going. And be out here just, what?
10-pack?
Jail.
Yeah.
Jail.
Turn red, green,
Command,
white.
boy. As soon as you say talk crazy, boy.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's all in my pocket. I'm about to blow all this.
Yeah, man. What you say?
Yeah, baby. Tear this ass up, man. What you doing? Well, let me find out.
But yeah, no, the science community is like super biased, man, and stuff. So it's like, you know, and even if I watch a story and they're like, oh, this and this happened, it's like you gotta wait a couple weeks and research. Jesse Smollett thing. There's all kinds of like a couple episodes ago, he was like, oh yeah, this happened. And it was like, man, did it really happen? It's like, damn, like did he lie? Like, there's all these different.
We was kind of saying that in the beginning because we was like, what?
Could go both ways.
I said, I remember saying, what nigga do you know is going to Subway at 2 in the damn morning?
The Subway even open at 2 in the morning?
I know. I don't even know. But I have never seen a Subway open that late. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to make a sandwich, you just need to be at the house, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Right. But what nigga do you know that's out 2 in the morning?
You get some onions and green peppers.
I need that.
We ain't got no tomatoes at the crib.
You know what I'm saying? I need that meatball sub. I need that. Need that BLT.
That Italian urban cheese.
The hell out of here. Like, come on, dog. What are you doing? That's why it didn't make sense to me. Because I don't know. Yeah. And I know it's people that would go to Subway. If it was open 2 in the morning. Like, it's
too quickly.
few.
You think they believe too quickly?
Yeah.
Like, you just post something right now.
Because it's the guy from the show that everybody likes.
Yeah.
So you're automatically like, I fuck with him. Yeah. They did what? Okay. Like immediately you gonna do that because you like her. That's like your homeboy.
Right,
it's like
speeches.
But then you sitting here looking at it and you like, well, I'm looking at him. He ain't look like he got his ass whooped that crazy. 2 o'clock in the morning at a Subway. Yeah, okay, maybe some white boys did jump on you, but wait a minute. 2 o'clock in the morning at a Subway, was you just on a date or something and it went crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? Because it could have been anything else, but it was just like it was too many. It was holes in it. I didn't feel like nobody was looking for these holes in the story. They was just there.
Everybody get the fact, and that's any news story. It's just like so and so said this, and then it'll be like a 30-minute interview, but they said like a whole bunch of other stuff before them, but they'll take that 30-second thing. But if you don't understand the context of the words and the verbiage that came before then, it's like, oh well.
Yeah, because now that person is stuck explaining itself. Look what happened to Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah.
He said that years ago. Changed man.
Oh, it came back. It came back on him as soon as his own boy supposedly got jumped. Now Kevin Hart's the bad guy.
Yeah. Like it was like they did him where they was trying to act like he was this terrible person for making a joke all them years ago. And he was like, dog, I already apologized.
He apologized and everything. It's like
y'all just bring it. Now you just bring it back just to be messing with me, just to be saying something now. Because there's no reason to be doing that, dude. I personally think he was probably either he was out, got catfished, you know what I'm saying? He was out with somebody, they wasn't feeling what was going down, and it just got ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. I wasn't there. I can't say that's what it was, but you know what I mean? Like, just looking at it, it just seemed like there's a whole side of something that has not been said, or hasn't been spoke on, or isn't going to be spoken on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just man. And I'm talking to I'm looking at it from a perspective of doing like knowing people that do crimes and paying attention to people who do stupid shit. And I'm looking at it like who, like I said, all the way through.
Cameras everywhere in Chicago too. Just about. I mean, they just
how is this missed?
Yeah. So
shit, they had a video of 6ix9ine hopping out the car, organizing his little IG video before he did it to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they had that was in Chicago. So you can't tell me there's no video footage of you in this bullshit Subway that's like open at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on now.
There we go. Hey, this was episode 9 of War and Peace 2-0, y'all. Really want to appreciate you guys tuning in this week, man. Next week, again, we should have Fate of the Watchmen back with us, and also as well, we're gonna try to get another special guest up in here as well too. So I want to hit y'all with something a little bit different. Like I said, we're War and Peace and all in between. So we're going to talk on a lot of different topics. So definitely appreciate y'all. Also check us out on Reddit. We just started a Reddit this week. So if you go to War and Peace 2.0, look up our page on there. It's War and Peace 2.0, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all got any shout outs y'all want to do real quick?
Fade of the Watch.
Yeah,
Fade of the
shout out to
Watchman.
boy Fatal.
Ready? On 3. Fate of the Watchman.
Holla at your boy!
Peace!